We are back for our 7 o'clock session.
Will you tell me if this here?
Huh?
Will you tell me it's here?
Yeah. We're going to give it a few minutes and allow some people that going to hop on in. Oh, you's getting right on. Here we go. Thank you. One second.
Mom!
Hey, y'all. Yous.
What up, Britt? What's up? What's up?
Hello.
How you feeling?
I'm doing well. I've been doing this all day.
I
I'm
know.
working with the youngin.
As
Homeschooling is
always.
still in effect.
Oh, so you working from home? Man, I can
Yes.
imagine how that's going. I
Yeah.
like this
So,
shirt, by the way.
you know, I
I
had to
like
represent.
I like that shirt. I like that shirt.
You got one on too, though, right?
You know I got it on. It's just the
Oh
angle. You
yeah.
can't even see the angle, but you already know. You
No.
already know.
So we've been homeschooling together and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
with that, and then right now I'm the program coordinator for Youth Build. So
Yeah.
I've been working with those students as well. So it's like a 2-time thing, and
Right,
then
right.
also doing my own.
You making it happen, though. That's what it's about. I'm proud of
Absolutely.
you, girl. Keep doing what you got to do. That's how we got carried.
You
Pandemic and all, we got to keep pushing.
carry through it through any weather, any storm.
Sure.
All
For
right,
sure.
so good evening, everyone. For those who are just now joining us, my name is Brittney Destsaino. I'm the founder of DestsainoShine. It is a nonprofit organization that merges the gap between education and the arts while supporting women with breast cancer. And tonight we have Youssouph as our guest. He is the CEO and founder of Somebody Gotta Do It clothing and lifestyle brand. I will allow him to introduce himself and give you a little feedback on who he is. Go ahead, King.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me. As she alluded to, my name is Youssouph Ndiaye. My brand is called Somebody Gotta Do It. I actually got it on right now, but the angle is hard to see. It's basically a lifestyle motivational brand that represents possibilities. We encourage everybody to apply the message in a positive light to your circumstance. It's a call to action. We're challenging you to be that person to do it. Because when we say somebody got to do it, why not you? If you don't do it, nobody else gonna do it for you. So with our brand, we do yearly fashion shows. We do charity events. We got a scholarship program for the kids. We got mentoring program for the kids. We got talk show as well. So we try to do a lot of different things to separate ourselves and build.
Absolutely. Thank you. Thank you for that. So if you
Of
don't
course.
know who he is, make sure y'all follow him. Put your
Yeah.
name inside the comments real quick for me.
Okay. But I'm probably need you to do it, and I'm gonna pin
I'll
it
do it for you.
because the way my angle is, I move this camera, it might fall, and that's bad.
That's gonna be a bad joint.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It took me a while to
I got
figure
you.
out
I'll do it.
how to place this camera, but we here, we made it.
I got you. All right, so we're gonna get into our topic tonight. Our topic tonight we're talking about adversity, and I chose Youssouph specifically for this because I met him in 2018, and he spoke at my school. And hearing his story is what it took me through a loop, and I was just like, wow, if he can do it, then I better find some strength in myself to not be afraid to speak in front of people as well, and grow with. And so you have encouraged me a lot throughout my own journey doing this.
Wow,
I just thought I should tell you that.
that's
So
love. That's love.
if you could give us your definition of it, and then a time where you have faced it for yourself.
Well, adversity, basically, you want me to give a
Yes,
spill on.
I'll give everybody a clear definition of what it is, so they know what we're talking about first.
Well, to me, adversity is challenges and circumstances that we deal with that's most time not in our control. And it's how we elect to handle those challenges and circumstances that's dealt with us is what shapes us. So I feel like everybody deal with their own problem. Everybody has some sort of adversity going on in their life. And how we respond to those things is what puts us in positions to heal or to never be the same. And for me, basically, I was a troubled child based off societal things and how I grew up and where I grew up in my company, because we always talk about having good company. So I made lot of bad decisions because I was around people, that kind of did a lot of the wrong things, and I got caught up basically. So I was just fortunate enough to have a family because I'm from Africa. I'm from Senegal to be exact. So I got sent to Africa when I got kicked out of high school. So I was fortunate to have a second chance in a sense, because when I got sent back, it was a humbling experience. I got to understand where I came from and to realize where I came from, because being here for so long and being caught up made me forget the basics and the things that I knew right from wrong. Everything was a blur. So I was fortunate to be sent back home and get reinstilled certain disciplines that I was supposed to know. And for me personally, I'm Muslim, so that was some of the biggest transitions too, like getting closer to my religion and starting to pray more and starting to understand my purpose of living. And once I started to figure all those things out, I came back, I started my business, went to college, and the rest was history. So to make a long story short, adversity is how you respond to it. So I could have just chose to let my circumstance dictate how my future would be and just become another statistic, or I could have stepped up and not let this cycle continue and be another statistic and just change my description. So that's what I basically did.
All right, y'all are allowed to ask questions and things like that inside of the comments.
I'm about to move this camera somewhere.
Oh.
It's a little hot.
Yeah. All right. So you actually answered both of my questions. You gave a definition and you also gave your personal experiences of how it affected you and what you chose to do with it. Now, since this is for the youth and I'm asking for my older colleagues and everyone who are influencers to speak life into the younger generation, what are some takeaways? What are some messages that you will give to them that you feel like you could say to them for them to keep going, even though, because a lot of them, like, even you've been around some of my students and different people that I have met. So the simple fact that we know that, I'm sorry, y'all, my son is like being a bugaboo at the moment. Yes. Okay. I don't know. I guess he just wants my attention right now. It's fine. But give us a few takeaways. What are some things that you would say to the younger generation as they're like wanting to pursue business, and they may feel like, hey, I don't feel like I'm smart enough, or I don't have this, or I don't have that. Just all those different types of things. What do you have for them?
I mean, I'll say this though. First, I would say, like, one, I don't think you should shy away for things that you want to do. And two, I don't think we, as the generation is here right now, we shouldn't judge these kids that's coming up. I think sometimes we judge them way too early in the process. You don't have to have it figured out with an age, if that makes sense. Like, it's okay to try different things. It's okay to try to navigate in life and try to see what you want to do. You don't have to think by 18 you got to know what college, or you know what you're supposed to do in college. By 21, you're supposed to have a dream job. By 25, you're supposed to be married with kids. So I just think, just follow your timeline, trust your process, and don't try to mimic other people, and don't feel discouraged based on other people's success. Just know, like, everybody's timeline is different. Everybody have a different story, and just focus on what you want to do, and you'll be good. So that's some of the biggest thing I would tell people. And believe in yourself. Like, it takes a lot for other people to believe in you. If you don't believe in yourself, it's hard for other people to see why they should believe in your product or anything you want to do. So always believe in yourself, and just, like I said, don't be too hard on yourself. That's my biggest thing I was telling them, because I was one of those where I felt like I had to have a lot of stuff figured out by a certain timetable, because that's how I felt like the generation before me preached to me, like, you got to be this, you got to act like this as a man, you got to carry yourself as this way, you got to have this figured out by this age. So all that can be overwhelming, and you can miss out with so many blessings by trying to get in your own head and be somebody you're not. So I tell them, just always, believe in yourself and stay true to your process.
Exactly. So besides that, just stay true to who you are.
Yeah, absolutely.
Don't rush what you got going on. For example, I'm 25, and there are 19-year-olds that are like killing the game. You know what I mean? So it's just like, it's all about timing, and when you choose to step out on your faith and continue to do what you want to do. So I think what a lot of times with youth, they see all the, singers, rappers, all these other people, and they're like, oh man, I'm not doing enough, and
Yeah.
things like that. Where
Hmm.
is, you have to understand who you are first in order to continue to say, hey, this is what I want to do. And I tell
Uh-huh.
my students that all the time. I'm like, you have to
Yeah.
understand. So if someone meets you in a room and they ask you, who are you? What makes you unique? Those are the type of questions that you need
Yeah.
to be able to answer for yourself first
But
before
you know
you
the
be like,
problem too
hey,
though?
this is who, before you want
Hmm.
everyone to just come to you and you expect to have this respect from everyone. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But Brett, you know what I think some of the problem is as well is like you mentioned you're 25. I'm 25 myself. Like how we
Mm-hmm.
grew up, I would say it's a little different because we was on the early stages of like the birth of social media and all that stuff. So we seen how this stuff developed, but we also had a childhood pre-existing social media. Nowadays, these kids are born right with social media. They're growing and social media is growing. So the mistake they don't want to make is think social media is real life because
Yes.
everybody has a highlight reel. Social media is basically this big highlight reel, and everybody want to post something
Go to your,
glamorous. Nobody gonna show nothing bad. Nobody trying to show shortcomings. I don't ever see somebody talk about having a bad day. Social media is like this picture of like looking the part, what an ideal marriage is supposed to look like, what a successful business is supposed to look like. People just, and I don't knock people, but it's like this is where the younger generation is trying to look at and imitate. And when you feel like you're not seeing instant gratification or you're not getting the type of attention somebody else is getting, this is how you get yourself so caught up in this rat race. And I think that's what I feel like people got to be careful. Don't get too caught up in this little, because we're in the microwave generation. Everything going to be so fast because social
yes,
media,
instant gratification. They
instant
think that it just
gratification.
happens like this.
Yeah, because that's how social media look.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody really talk about the process as much. Nobody really show the behind the scenes or like the back end, the depressed days or the days where you
Exactly.
lose sleep or the days when you was about to give up. Nobody about to post that. They gonna post the time when they did an event or when they made this type of money or when they bought this car
Mm-hmm.
or like that's what I feel like a lot of these kids is gonna be tough. Like they're gonna have to be able to nitpick and understand the difference, or they're gonna get caught up in social media and start losing themselves instead of finding themselves and being who you are authentically yourself. You know what I'm saying?
Go tell Yaya. Go to Yaya. Yes. Um, my bad, y'all. I got a little
He active.
guest speaker in the back. No, and I completely agree. And I think it even like as far as with us as well, they'll be
Yeah,
like, oh man, okay, they're doing this. Maybe I need to do this too.
yeah,
Instead of just, a lot of people are busy and becoming nothing instead of learning how to be still. If you
yeah.
like during this quarantine, there were a lot of posts like, hey, if you don't come up with a your what it was, a
Entrepreneur,
business
a business.
plan
I don't
and
agree with
different
that.
things like that, then you're not doing anything, and
Yeah,
you're a mess. Honestly, some people, this is the first time that they were able to sit still and have peace.
yeah,
They, like, everyone has a different story and everyone has different uh
yeah.
different ways of going. So I don't think that just because social media says that you're supposed to have this, that, and the third.
Hmm. And you don't have to be in business. I don't even. I seen that post. That's a silly post to me.
It
Like
is
I
not
get
everyone
where
is
they
meant to be
coming from, but that's
entrepreneurs.
very. I think that's being really shallow minded. Like, how can you tell people if you don't have a business, you didn't take advantage of this pandemic? What does that even mean? Some people went to school, some people graduated, some people working, some people take care of their family. Like, I
Yep.
don't understand. That's not. I think people got to they got to be mindful of who they're talking to. Like, everybody has a target audience. Like, and business is not targeted to everybody. And I don't
Exactly.
think people understand there's a difference with being busy and being productive. And there's a difference between getting a lot done and doing a lot. So people just do a lot, but they don't get a lot done. So
They're
don't
not
just
getting a
think,
lot done.
yeah, don't just try to come here and just talk heavy because of what you have going on. Some people are really productive doing different things. So don't try to just pinpoint one direction for people to do. I seen that. I never reposted that for a reason. I don't agree with
Hmm.
that. I definitely
I
don't agree
don't
with that
agree with it
post.
either, and that's why I brought it up, because
Yeah.
I'm sitting here like, okay, well, I mean, I have my LLC already, but I actually enjoyed the time with just spending with my child, like being
Yeah.
able to, hey, no daycare, no school. I get to teach you. I get to spend these days with you, and I
Yeah.
don't have to run off to do something. So,
Right.
and then it could be in other ways. People are finding themselves, taking care of their mental health, taking care of their physical health. It goes way beyond just
Yeah.
saying, hey, I'm on social media and this is everything that I have. And
Hmm.
because the younger generation have so much access to social media
Yeah.
right away, they're like, oh my goodness, I have to do this. You know, like it
Yeah.
just.
It makes you feel like you're not keeping up. That's what it's about.
Mhm.
And it's always on to the next. That's the thing about trying to follow a trend. You easily can follow a trend and get left behind because trends never stop. There's always something else.
It's
One minute they
always
want to talk
something.
about Kanye running for president. The next minute they want to talk about Jada Pinkett Smith and Will Smith with August or whatever. Like people always got something new to talk about. So that's why it's best to just focus on what you want to do. And that's the hardest challenge for these kids coming up. You got to have a mind of your own. A lot of people think because of other people's thoughts in their own mind. It's so
Mhm.
many different. You one minute you Dave, one minute you Emmanuel, one minute you're Josh, because you don't even know who you are. You just got
Exactly.
so many different people in your head because you're mimicking so many different people. So that's why I keep trying to promote originality. And I think we got to do a better job emphasizing that to them. Like it's okay to be yourself. It's okay to stand out. It's okay to be different. You don't
Yeah.
have to always follow the crowd.
Man, tell me about it. Y'all know in school, I was that one where it was like, I wasn't the weirdo. You know how they classify people
Yeah,
as the weirdos, or I wasn't a part of the cool club. I was like that in between because I
yeah,
was myself. So it was just, you know, I got respect from everyone. Just the simple fact that I decided to be who I wanted to be growing
yeah,
up. So that helps a lot as well. And you can always depict who are your leaders and who are your followers out of a group as well. But I mean,
right.
they'll get it. They'll learn for sure.
They're gonna learn, man. We just gotta have hope, and we can't give up on them.
You
That's for
can't give
sure.
up on them.
We can't give up on them. Like,
And that's exactly another reason why I created this is
hmm
because I want them to understand that even though you may not be sure where you are right now, it is okay. It takes 10,000 hours to master craft and some. We don't learn these
hmm
things overnight. You just launched your 5th year in business. You were not the same Youssouph when you started 5 years ago.
yeah, at
Your
all.
brand doesn't
Yeah,
even, you know what I mean? So, like,
yeah,
as you go through your experiences and different things like that, they have to understand that it takes time.
yeah.
And tomorrow's topic is patience. So nobody
Heavy.
wants to hear that. We're not going to talk about it today, but I'm just saying nobody want to hear
hmm
anything like that. So,
Yeah,
and I love the simple fact that you go back to youth. You have the mentoringship for boys and females, and have the basketball and your fashion shows because it shows that you can be multi-faced. You don't have to just stick to one thing. You're
hmm
allowed to have different creativities throughout whatever brand that you choose to be able to exploit and show
yeah,
your vision to get through to people.
yeah. I think it's important to. That's another thing I'm glad you touched on because I feel like whatever rule books we had to follow that was made from last generation, it's outdated.
It's
Like, there's no way you should tell somebody they can't do multiple things, or you have to just go to college. Or you don't. You can do a lot of different things if you can handle it. Like, this is a different generation. People's talents, IQ level, like
mhm.
ability to balance and juggle different things is different. So, if you find yourself in a position where you want to do a lot of things that you have interest in and you're good at it, you have passion, go for it. I don't think you should try to feel like you can't do certain things because you were told that you have to focus on one thing in order to be successful. I disagree with that. I think if you want to put out things to the universe, put it out there. You never know. Don't sit
Yep.
on ideas. I always say it's better to aim high and miss than to not aim at all. So I'm the type, I think anything you want to do, go for it. Because you don't want to ever look back and then tell yourself, if I would have known, I would have done this. Or I wish I could have done that. Because you're going to see that happens when you start to look at let's fast forward, we're in our 40s and we're looking at a 20-year-old and we're seeing ourselves in this young person, seeing what they're doing, they going for everything they want to do. That's how you start to get a little in your feelings, like if I would have known, and that's like regret.
Right.
You don't want to ever get to the point where you feel with regret. So that's why I always tell
Mhm.
people, like, you got something you want to go for it. Somebody got to do
Somebody got to do it.
it.
Why not us, right? Why not y'all?
Why not? Why not?
That's for sure. If you have any questions for Youssouph or myself, you can add them into the question box while we continue
Yeah,
going
I think I
through.
saw a question way earlier, but I think we
You
was
did?
gone.
I wonder if I can get to it.
It was like way, way earlier.
Oh, man.
But like you said, you can just tell them to redrop the question.
Right. Just redrop your questions. I'm sorry if we missed it.
Appreciate all of y'all in the comments though. By the way, I seen it. I
Tess,
seen my big
Brain,
bros.
Sandra, Milan. Hey, y'all.
Yeah, appreciate everybody. I was about to shout everybody out, but I might be here all day. Appreciate it. What's poppin'? What's poppin'?
Yeah. So once the questions pop up, we can just go through them. But
Shit, for sure.
yeah, for sure. So like not even that. Also, I'm cracking up. They are funny. Oh man.
Yeah,
Hi,
keep it.
Shine.
Throw them. I got questions. Throw them questions in there. We here for it.
Yes, throw the questions and we are here to answer them. I'll wait
We
for
here for it.
some. Oh, okay.
Say what I missed.
What did I miss? Oh man.
Love the t-shirts. Cuddy, thank you so much.
Thank you. Well, I'm saying thank you too. So.
Yeah, you definitely can say thank you too. You got it on.
Absolutely. Oh, also, we're gonna do questions at the end that will be based around Youssouph, and whoever answers the question correctly, whoever first requests to join the live will be getting something from his clothing line on me. So,
Oh, that's love.
y'all need to look out for that.
That's heavy.
Rain, what did you miss? You missed a lot, girl. But we basically went over adversity. We talked about how, regardless of where you are and what you face, you can overcome it. He gave his backstory of coming from Africa after high school and then creating his brand, which is somebody got to do it. It's a lifestyle brand. Then she said bullet points, and we also discussed how, regardless of whatever it is, we have to keep going, and how our generation is breaking that cycle of just, you have to go to school, you have to go to college, you have to get a good job, and you're not allowed to step outside of the norm. That's just like bullet point form.
I be doing it all the time. You lose my words, be slurring all the time.
Oh my goodness, you would have thought that I was not an English teacher. Like, this is awful.
What are some
good self-help books y'all read? For starters, I read the 4 Agreements.
Yeah, I read that too. I think Wolf told me about that.
Okay.
Shout out to my brother.
Yes, he was definitely on earlier. He did his thing.
Always. I don't expect nothing less from him.
People in the comments, if you have any book recommendations for him, please drop them. I would also say, I read, oh my goodness, I just read it last month.
I read I think it's Think and Grow Rich. You know, I'm not really a heavy reader,
yes,
but it's like, it's a few books I can count that I read only because I know it was conducive to what I'm trying to do. But Think and Grow Rich was heavy. It was heavy. It had a lot of good information in that book.
Yeah. Someone said, "What's up next?"
What's up next? We got a talk show season 2 coming on. So y'all click the link in my bio, see the forum, all the topics. We got a lot of different topics.
So
you applied too? That's crazy, bro. Man, it's about to be popping.
I applied.
That's about to be lit. It's about to be lit.
All right. So I hope that helped you. We have 4 other questions in here, so we're going to drop down to them.
All right, let's get it.
Here we go. Next question. Go ahead, just for you.
Do you see yourself going back to Senegal and starting a business there? Absolutely. Absolutely. Like, inshallah, meaning God willing. Like, that's one of my biggest plans. I actually was trying to go back this December, but due to this, COVID-19, everything got pushed back. But I definitely want to not only own a business, my biggest thing is to give back to Senegal, like, in however different facets I can. I feel like that's the country I was raised in. That's the root of my family. Although I'm a first generational born, I can't forget where I come from. And the amount of people that support me and behind me over there, it's crazy. I got the whole country backing me. So I feel like I can't wait to be put in a position, because that's the all thing we dream for, like to put ourselves in position to take care of our homeland, our people back home. So that's why I'm going so hard right now, to kind of put myself in that position, because when opportunity presents itself, I'm not even going to think twice about it. Sure. Absolutely.
I love it.
Absolutely.
And that was a great question. I like that.
I love that question. I love that question.
Okay. Should anyone listen to their parents when they say stick to college and one job? Nope. Nope. I mean, that's just like the small answer.
Right.
Absolutely not. I'll let you go as well, but I just want to say, even for me, I went to high school, I graduated, then I went away to college, and in the middle of college, I was ready to drop out. And that was because I'm like, I know I can do so much more. But I knew as well, I was like, I'm going to just create that security of the regular world and
Yeah.
then branch off to do what I want to do until I'm able to supplement it, change it, and then be able to walk away from it, if that makes sense. So even
Yeah.
if you do still, yes, even if you do still go away to college, one second, baby. Even if you still do go away to college, there's nothing wrong with that. Get a job. But if you're interested in pursuing anything else outside of that, when you get off, if you're working a 9 to 5, when you get off at
Right.
5 from 6 to 10 or whatever,
Yeah.
from 3 o'clock in the morning,
Definitely.
you need to be making sure that you're doing that. And that is where I am right now. So
Likewise.
yeah, so that's where I am now. I'm a teacher for high school. That's what I'm currently doing. Outside of that, I work on my nonprofit and my business. So
Check you out. Life balance right there.
yeah.
I mean, just to
And as y'all see, I'm a mom too. So that's another story for another day. But
I love it. I love it, man. That's motivation, and you a mom too.
yeah.
I mean, just to add, just to piggyback a little bit on what you said, I think this is kind of sensitive, situational. I don't know, like to just say, should anyone listen to their parents? I think I always try to hold the kids accountable too, because I always was like, always advocating for kids and like saying, don't listen to your parents. You don't have to go to college. But some parents know best too. Like if you're somebody who you out here running the streets or you ain't got no job, you ain't doing nothing for yourself, and they know they're doing this for the betterment of your life and they don't want you to be in a good position, that's one thing. But if they just kind of like, shallow minded and they want you to just do that because they're not open to anything else besides college, that's a different story. So I definitely believe it should be some form of respect. If you want to not go to college, talk to your parents. Let it be a mutual respect there. And you know what I mean? I will pray that this generation we have parents that understand that it is different outlets besides school. And like you said, there's ways to do both because I go to school myself. I run my business. I also have a 9 to 5. So there's ways to do a lot of things that you can do while going to college. So that's my take on that question.
Absolutely. I hope that helped you. We're going to move on to the next question.
Yeah, hopefully that was helpful.
All right, here we go.
Fred, that's a good point, bro.
Okay. How can anyone start a business even though they want to go to college? Youssouph just said it. He's still in college.
Yeah.
He didn't graduate yet, and he's starting his business. I'm currently getting my master's, and I'm done in December, and I'm still working on it. So it's all about it's based on the person and how bad you want it,
Yeah.
and also are you able to manage that, or do you have time management? Are you willing to sacrifice certain things to be able to get that done? Go ahead, Yus.
Yeah, I agree. And I think I just alluded to that in my last segment. So if you want to start a business and go to college, it's very feasible. I just think she just nailed it right there. It's all about time management for sure. And understanding how to be disciplined too. Because you got to understand if you set a routine, it's breaking the routine is what people fall short and why things don't work. But if you know yourself, like if you're not a morning person, schedule yourself around times where you know you can wake up, have this done, and make time for your business, whether you want to do it in the weekends or whatever the case is, you just got to find a schedule and stick to it. Because that's just really what it is. It comes down to consistency and being disciplined. Because if you're not disciplined, I mean, that's a whole different life lesson of like why things won't get done to your advantage. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Dedication for sure.
All right, we have another question.
I can't see the rest of it. Do you see the full question?
Oh wait, yeah, no. I think it's really. Oh man.
That look like a powerful question. I can't see the rest though.
Right. And why can't I see the whole thing?
Speak to the significance and allowing the name of your brand to carry you. I think the name of your brand is dope. What? I don't want to assume the last part, so it's better we probably ask him to just post it in the comments.
Mm-hmm.
That's my
All
boy
right,
too.
we're
If he
gonna
could
go to
throw it
the
in the
next one,
comments.
and hopefully he'll put that one
Yeah.
in the. All right, here's another one. Here we go. What are some of
That's
your
tough.
go-to time management techniques?
Hmm. Can you break that question up? Because I think that I know what she mean by that. That shit
Oh,
mean,
so now just I have to do it, right? It's like,
you break it
no.
down. That don't look crazy. That
Yes.
question is tough though. I can't even
So,
lie.
so what she's asking you is, what are some of your strategies to break down successful time management for yourself? So, what is your routine? Like, what do you do to be able to create a organized time management routine for yourself? There we go.
I mean, with me, it's like a pecking order. Like honestly, I do a lot of stuff to be in a good space, if that makes sense. Because that's my biggest thing. I got to be in a good space mentally to create. Because I do a lot of stuff. I really got a lot going on. So for example, I got to make sure I'm praying routinely. Like my prayers, once I'm praying on time, things got to be clicking. Like once I'm praying without delaying it, or I got a nice little rhythm going, and I know this sound funny. My room got to be clean. Like if my room is clean, because as a creator, I don't like mess. So if my room is like, I can't be around mess. So it got to be like a clean space. I got to make sure like sometimes little things like you probably like certain things you drink. Like I'm drinking enough water. I just got to be in a good type of space. Like you know what I mean. Once I'm in a good space, I can just like I'm good. I create. I can take time. I can figure stuff out. I can take a break. But the things I just alluded to, if that's not there, I can't be. I'm not like able to function the way I need to. Something's gonna be off. So it all starts with like you know what I mean. And even working out, believe it or not, like I got to make sure I'm keeping up with myself physically. Like just a lot of things got to just be in line. So I'm big on that's self care for me. I'm big on like self care, like because you got to be right with yourself before you try to help anybody. So you got to feel good. This stuff, business is a passion, so you got to feel good doing this. You know what I mean? You got to be happy waking up, happy dealing with customers, happy sales, happy posting. So I make sure I go to my rituals first. So how about you? You got any go-to time management techniques?
Yes, I do. I actually wake up every day by 6 a.m.
Mm,
Which mine deals with prayer,
yeah,
reading. If it's either the Bible or regular book, something,
yeah.
reading something, and then my day was already planned the day before.
Hmm.
So I look at what I need to do, and then move on from there. And I also work in increments,
Mm,
block a block schedule for me, because my life is a little different than everyone else's. So if
yeah.
anyone's listening who do have children, you understand that your child wants you 24/7.
Right, right.
So I wake up early for those reasons, to make sure I'm taking care of myself and doing what I need to do for me first. Then it goes to work, and then my time is with him. And then we block off another set time at night to be able to do what I need to do.
Right.
Also, if you're into writing things down, which would be really good as well, we said this earlier, write it in a planner, write it on
Yeah, that's
a
true.
calendar. I have a calendar and a planner where we organize everything, so we know what's going on and what needs to be
Hmm.
done. Also, I know some people even set alarm clocks. Like, whereas
Mm.
though if they're working on something, they'll be like, oh, okay, their timer goes off. Okay, I have to move on to the next thing. So it really just depends on how you are as a person. Me, I can do 1,000 things at one time, and it I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, it just sticky notes. Yep, I like
Sticky
them.
notes, that's true.
Sticky
Yeah.
notes work. I have all my affirmations on sticky notes. So before I leave out my door in the morning, they need to be read, and then I can go on about my day. So that
Yeah,
helps as well.
that's a good point.
hmm So I think it's really just creating a balance for yourself, making sure you have those self-care routines in there as well.
Yeah.
I think that's the biggest thing, because then you'll be able to proceed successfully with anything else that you want to do. Because even when you go on an airplane, they say put the oxygen mask on yourself first, and then your child, or whoever else is a
Hmm.
passenger. So in order for your business and everything to grow, you have to make sure that you are doing everything that you need for yourself first, growing you, and then you will see your business manifest and grow as well.
That's fact.
So
That was a good question too.
hmm we have more. I like that question.
Yeah, that was good. I don't let people in that type of way, but I like I explained that a little bit.
hmm It's cool. I got your back.
Hmm.
What would you say is your secret to having a successful business?
Hmm. Secret.
That's God, man.
Yeah, I mean, my thing is, I always say this, man. I start off because I got to make it clear. Like, I'm a man of faith, so
There we go.
I understand who I am as a person before entering this business field. So the way I look at it is, the secret for me is like I got to be happy, and I know happiness comes from me doing what I love and not going against my morals. So I always look at it this way: like, as much as I want to be successful, I pray that when I get these success, I can do good with it. Because if it's the opposite, I wouldn't want that. You know what I mean? I would hate for money to make me big-headed or money to make me somebody I'm not and make me lose track of who I am and go astray. So that's why I feel like the secret for me is always staying true to myself and being happy doing what I'm doing. Because if I'm happy doing this, it's not work to me. I could do this forever. That's why I always feel like the secret is try to be happy. Because I know a lot of people that's millionaires, but they're miserable. I know a lot of people that got so much money, but they can't bring them happiness. They can't sleep at night. So I feel like the secret to me is like happiness, and you can add peace of mind if you want to put that together. So yeah,
All of those basically run into the last question, that
yeah,
taking care of yourself.
right,
Yeah. And also, I mean, I'm not telling everyone, we're both like strong believers within our faith. So we don't move unless it's on faith. So you
yeah,
have to understand that as well. That's for sure. I like that question. That was a good
that was
question.
good.
All right. I think there are more. Oh, what's this? Oh, this is a recommendation for someone
Oh
who
yeah, the book.
said to read Screwdriver Capital.
Mm.
So, if you're still in the comments and you were asking about the books to read, that is another book that we're gonna recommend for you.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah, I'm actually gonna write that one down because I don't have that one. And I literally like buy books like Wolf, Sade. They were all producing books over quarantine. I'm like, okay, wow. I have their books, but I still have like 5 more to
Send
read.
me the
So.
person. I already got Wolf's book. I read that. That was a good read, by the way. Your
Mm-hmm.
friend, if she wrote a book, I'm trying to read more people books that I know personally. So send me that.
Yes,
I find that
absolutely.
really interesting, though. Seeing people I know
I
write
will send
books.
you her page for
Say no
sure.
more. Say no more.
All right. Let me see. Okay, here you are. Tell Yaya to help you. All right, so it says, have you ever felt like giving up?
Mm. Yeah, I definitely.
Go tell
I
Yaya.
think this is something that's like, hey, you can't get more transparent than this, because I always tell people like I feel like giving up all the time. I still feel like giving up sometimes, believe it or not, as we speak. But to me, I'm just big on like counting my cards. It's just more like it's bigger than me. By giving up, I got to look at like what that would entail. Like me giving up is giving up on a lot of people. It's giving up on the people that believe in me. Then it's giving up on my family that's dependent on me, friends. Like a lot of people are riding on what I have going on. So to me, it's deeper than myself. So my why is my family. So that's why I always think about when I'm in those positions, like no matter how hard it gets, when I feel like it's times where I don't even have energy to keep going, I'm so overwhelmed or discouraged sometimes, it's human nature. I just think about why I started and who I'm doing it for and
Yeah,
how far I came. Because at the end of the day, it is bigger than me. You came too far. And if I was going to quit, I could have quit a long time ago.
a long time
That's how I
ago.
look at it. I had way more reasons to quit a long time ago. It was hard. At least now I'm seeing a breakthrough. I'm seeing results. I'm seeing sales. So I can just say alhamdulillah. So thank God. So I could have quit a long time ago. You want to be technical. So that's how I look at it. So it's like you just gotta keep going and just always think about your why.
Yes, keep your why and your ending goal in mind.
Yeah,
So
sure.
anyone who literally is like, hey, I want to start this business, or I want to get into this business, or I want to do something,
Yeah.
start with the ending goal in mind first.
Mhm.
Understand why you're doing it. Once you know your why, then the rest will come. And that's what I had to understand as well.
Mhm.
When I started my nonprofit, and my nonprofit is very new. It was in October, but I've been blessed with so many different opportunities
Right.
because I know my why.
Mhm.
And once those things are clear, the rest will follow. I'm like, oh my goodness, okay, I want to do something for youth, but I can't really have a summer camp right now. So what else can I do for them?
Right.
You know, there's so many different things that how you can tap in and be able to make a difference. And once you have the idea, you write it down.
Right.
The connections, the people, the how it's going to get done is all going to come.
It's going to come.
You gotta just go. You just gotta do it. And then when you think, that was one thing that I really learned as well. Stop thinking so much. When you have something in mind and you want to do it, I'm not saying just go do anything, but when you know that it's something that you feel like is different or can change or it be a blessing or anything to our world, because my little slogan, the world needs your light, so shine it.
Yeah,
so it's like, when you have light somewhere and you want to give it to this cruel world, do it. Don't be afraid to do it.
Absolutely, I love that.
Don't be afraid to do it.
That's a fact right there. That's a fact. Good questions too, man.
I'm loving all the questions.
Yeah.
All right. Any more questions?
Those good questions, man.
For sure.
Y'all got more questions. This is what we're here for. Keep them coming. Keep them coming.
Right.
They always come with a fight. Absolutely.
Absolutely. They gonna form, but you gonna prosper every time.
Absolutely.
You just gotta believe in yourself that you will.
Absolutely, man. It ain't easy, man, but you know, it's gonna be worth it when you get to that end goal. Believe that. Believe that.
I see a lot of people that just joined, but
a lot of people joining.
Yeah, it's like new faces, but they're probably like, "What's going on
Right.
here?" So, my name is Brittney Destsaino. This is Youssouph, and we were discussing about adversity, and we then started answering questions and being able to just allow it to finish leading us to closing.
Yeah.
So also we at 7:50 we'll do questions, and whoever tap in the answer, make sure you go on his website and tell me what you want.
Yeah.
Everything not sold out, right?
There's a lot, but we still got some stuff. A lot sold out, but you know,
I know.
We still got some stuff though.
I need them tights. Please restock them.
Yeah, we working on the next collection. You gonna like it. I think you gonna like this next collection.
I find something in every collection. It's fine.
Yeah, we definitely working on it.
Yes.
Y'all got questions? Keep them coming though. Keep them coming.
Yeah.
Keep them coming.
So I have a question. With your mentorship, is that for the boys, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And what age do you start at?
We start from it's really middle school to high school. So for example, that's the thing, because with high school, technically you're supposed to be done at 18, but we do have one person who's a little delayed, so he's
right.
19.
I mean, it's just that
so that's why we gave that synopsis better, like middle school and high schoolers, instead of putting the age behind it, because I rather help middle schoolers and high schoolers, because I think it's big. Those are two big transitions, especially for middle school being so important that people don't understand to overlook it. It sets the foundation of a lot of things that you need to learn before getting into high school. Some of your hardest years is like 6th, 7th, 8th grade. And in high school, this is that transition of like, so many people don't know about financial aid or like how to do certain things that we can try to make workshops and try to make them get into the proper schools, or vice versa. If they want different outlets, that's why I got mentors on my team that's not just college grad. They got different things going on so they can see those different outlets. So that's why we feel like those are the two areas we want to really tackle for right now. And men, I feel like we wanted to focus on men because I thought about having a female section and have females running, but it's more like I commend a lot of females. I see a lot of women empowerment, women things going on in the city. I think our men need a lot of people to look up to. So that's why our slogan is we need to be who we needed when we was younger. So seeing these kids coming up, a lot of the examples they got right now, let's be honest, they listen to rappers, they listen to entertainment type things. So, which is not bad. You can't knock it, but we need more people preaching positivity in their ear as well, too. We ain't always got to rap about a gun. Let's tell them about a camera they can use. I mean, instead of talking about drug, what's the substitute of that? We can tell them about being creative, coding, so many different things they can learn. So that's why we just trying to be there right now. That's the only way you're going to get them. If you don't get them, we're going to lose them. So we're going to keep making excuses. So if we don't want them to go astray, we got to be that difference right now.
She said, as a first-generation college student, definitely did not know about scholarships, financial aid, grants, etc.
Likewise. I didn't either.
Likewise.
I definitely didn't know about none of that stuff.
Where he go?
Can you see me, Brett? Where you go? I think you freezing up.
Oh no, you freezing.
No, I think it's you.
I'm gonna get up because I can see. I'm moving. All right.
No, I'm cool on my end. It's you. You froze, but on my end.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
So it's just gonna freeze on both of us real quick.
Oh yeah, that's what happened. I think we both was looking at it. You saw me froze. I saw you froze. That's crazy. Somebody said you just put a question. Somebody gotta do it, bro. You already know.
Oh, I just put a question box.
That's what we represent, man. Somebody gotta do it. This is why we stand for that.
How can someone get their communication better, especially in the business industry? Read. Educate yourself. Practice on someone. That is how it works.
Yeah,
network. Your net worth is your network. So
that's facts. I agree with you, Brett.
Yeah.
Then it said that better. I agree with you on that one. Because communication is not. I mean, it's different forms too. Because I don't think it's different ways to communicate. So I mean, I don't know.
Are you communicating through email?
That's what I'm saying.
Are
like,
you talking about speaking? What type of what form of communication?
That's why I think that's very important. Because I don't think, like for example, the public speaking. That's something that probably come a little natural to us. But I don't think everybody is effective in that way, and that's okay. Like you said, it's people that can do emails to the T. It's people that can do different things that's not like verbally speaking. So communication is a lot of different things you can do. And if you're talking about from a business perspective, you can have people around you that is good communicators. It's about delegations too. You can delegate. You may be better behind the scenes, and you can have somebody that's good forefront. So I mean, you got to just look at it from that standpoint. I don't know how to hold a camera. I don't cry about it. I got people around me that can do that, and I know what I can do. I try to perfect that. So if this communication is not, your cup of tea, I don't think you should think it's the end all be all. You got to know how to do public speaking, or you're gonna be like some type of failure or something. That's not how it works.
Yeah. Don't beat yourself up about it. But to be able to effectively communicate, I would do a SWOT analysis for yourself. So your strengths, your weaknesses, your opportunities, and threats. So if you know that that's not a strong area for you, look at ways how you can better them. So like we stated, reading, practicing, just different forms of communication. Now, if it's verbal speaking, I would even try to get a coach. Maybe, I know he actually was my guest speaker yesterday. His name is Mike. He has a course where you can take if you're interested in becoming a
motivational too. I just
speaker.
started following him. He's sharp.
Yeah.
Shout out to Mike.
So if that's something that you want to do, there are people out there that are helping us, and it's so easily accessed. It's right over the computer. It's a virtual session. You can have a book to go by and things like that.
That's true.
Yeah. All right.
You got another question?
I was wondering if he was going to respond after what we were saying. I was trying to wait a little bit.
Oh, okay.
But I think he's either typing or we might have answered his question.
Yeah, hopefully it was beneficial. Any question that was asked, hopefully, it was answered to the way where it can help somebody. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That was the last question?
Yeah, that was the last question for tonight.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah, I didn't see any more. No one else put anything else in.
Questions was good, though. I like it. It was good questions.
It was a really great discussion. I appreciate you, and I appreciate everyone who tuned in.
Likewise.
Yes.
This was love.
Now he said they answered my question. Oh, okay. See, we did it.
That's crazy. That's good. That's good. That's what we're here for.
Yes. Happy we can help.
That's what we're here for.
Yeah, for sure. All right. I don't want to keep holding you, but for questions.
Yeah,
you can ask questions.
Okay.
So we're going to pose 2 questions on the table.
Okay.
And I guess the first person who responds in the comments is the one who gets something from your collection.
Okay. So you want me to pose 2 questions?
You know you better than me.
Okay. So my first question would be, let me see if they're paying attention. Yeah. Maybe they ain't catch on, but it's still a good question. How long have I been in business?
I know this.
That's my first question. How long have I been in business?
Okay.
And I don't know if you want me to think of another one or wait until the answer. Or if I should say
They
no.
got to be able to answer the same person got to be able to answer all 2 questions. So it can't just be like 1 and 1. It got to be the same person need to answer both.
Okay.
Oh, okay. There we go. Boom.
5 years. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Ooh.
Uh-oh.
Oh, man.
Ooh.
They know you use.
Oh, man. Oh, man. Y'all right about that. I ain't even gonna lie.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I don't know how the live work. I don't know if it's who hands type faster or, you know, because it could be a little tricky. You know, live, it'd be a little slow sometimes. I don't know.
Yeah, some people comments might come in.
Yeah, and they probably thought they'd been said it first. So.
Right. All right, how about this? Because I know for a fact when I'm on live, like, I'll be like, I just said that, and then someone will say it right before me. Pose a question for them to answer. I'm going to tap you out, and they have to answer it. And they have to come on live and answer the question. So we have, how many years have you been in business? Give me another question, and I'll do the third.
What?
Don't give no easy one.
No easy one. Okay, I'm about to say this might be easy, but I was about to what is one thing I do besides making clothes with my business?
Okay, so we have how many years he's been in business.
Mm-hmm.
What is one thing that he does outside of creating clothes? And what are, for the question from me, what are 3 takeaways that you got from this live? You are to request to get in the live and say it on here.
Let me tap out, right?
Waiting for it.
I got to tap out, right?
Not until I see a request from somebody.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. So, you're giving up the answers. Tap in, sis.
Yeah, no typing.
No, don't type it.
Mariama, no typing. Y'all gotta come on live.
I'm gonna take you out.
All right, take me out.
All right, so who's willing to tap in? I need you to tell me how many years he's been in business, what else does he does besides clothing, and what are 3 takeaways that you received from this live that you can implement into your own life. So I'm waiting on a request. I'm not gonna call nobody out. Just request to get into the live, and we'll do it that way. Oh man, y'all nervous? I ain't get a request yet. Dun, 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 dun. Yules, I think I don't know. Unless y'all not dressed. They hiding from us. Yules in the comments laughing at y'all. Hold on, it's Maria. Sis, tap in. You almost there. You might as well. They laughing. I'm cracking up. Maria, you might as well take this real quick. Ain't nobody else answering. We scared. Oh, come on. Y'all want no free clothes? Y'all tripping. Well, I was trying to be nice. There's no reason to be scared. Not everybody at once, right? Don't all jump at once, because if not, I'm gonna cash out on myself. She said we scared, sis. Oh man. They really scared. That's crazy. Dang, no one is going. Dang. Man. Yo, I only have about 5 minutes left on here. The live will end. So if not, I'll just be putting my order in. That's why I wanted to do the comments. I want to see if anybody bold enough. Dang, where are the bold people at? None tonight? That's crazy. We ain't getting out one person.
Yeah, I mean, listen, man. This remind me of a classroom where everybody scared to raise their hand. Listen.
Y'all know when the teacher, y'all
Mm-hmm.
know what the teacher do. They be like, all right, so what happened on this, is that, and the third? And everybody be like,
Uh-huh. It's like, it's one of
for the
those
one
stuff.
kid that be like this, right in, like, I hope she don't look at me. I hope she don't look at me.
It's one of those, if somebody would have got on live and somebody got on, it gotta be somebody starting it off. I know how that go. You know what I'm saying?
Somebody, but that's what we were looking for. We were looking for someone to take that initiative. That's what we was looking for.
It takes, that's courage. That's an example of courage right there. It could be a little scary for no reason. That's the funny part. I know exactly how that feels. Like,
I just tested them. I definitely just tested them real quick.
It's like, do I want to be the person? That's how I'd be like, oh, do I want to be the person? But listen, you know.
Right. Or it'd be like, oh, maybe I might be wrong, but I'm nice.
But it's good though. You know, next time, man, we're gonna say next time.
Yes, next time. So I mean,
time.
You'll just be getting a notification from me then. But I would like to say thank you to everyone who joined us tonight. Thank you.
Appreciate you.
You are amazing. Continue doing what you're doing.
Appreciate you. Likewise. Keep doing your thing.
Everyone needs you. Somebody got to do it.
Why not us? Thank you so much. We all in this together. Don't forget that.
Absolutely.
We all in this together.
Shout out to all of our guests tonight.
Shout out to everybody that came on.
So good night. No one. So nobody at all.
Britt's still on it.
Hey, it's cool because you know me. I'm a giver, so you know I was willing to give.
Right, which I appreciate too. That initiative you were trying to do, that was tough.
Absolutely.
That was tough, and it's the attention that counts. So that's love.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, but thank you so much, Britt. I'm about to tap out of here.
Alrighty.
Have a good night.
You as well. All right, y'all. This wraps up day 2. And I will see y'all tomorrow. We will be discussing about a female entrepreneur. And she will be discussing her businesses as well. So, y'all have a good night. Make sure y'all eat something. Thank you for tuning in. And good night.